Hi, I'm Alison David with Midwest Matchmaking, and today I'm going to be answering a question that we hear a lot, and that is, what is the difference between working with a matchmaker and working with a dating coach? Over the last year or so, and especially these last few months when people have had a little bit more downtime on their plates, we have seen an increased interest in the love coaching side of the business in the dating industry and what we do. And one of the big differences that one of the big questions that people have when they come to us is, what is the differences between the two? So that basically coming in and meeting with us, you know what route would be best for you when you come in and meet with us. The best analogy that I can offer that I've seen that kind of explains the differences in the simplest way is one is going to fish for you. The other is going to teach you how to fish for yourself. So it kind of goes back to that old saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach him to fish, he can fish for a lifetime, or something along those lines, right? It's kind of the same thing. When you hire a matchmaker, the simplest way I can summarize that part of my job is that you're saying that you're hiring someone to pick the matches for you. We assume a number of things, and that's basically that you have all the necessary tools, are in the right headspace, and in other words, are really ready for the serious relationship that you're coming to. We ask a lot of these questions as part of the screening process, but we also are going to trust that you are self-aware enough to know if there are areas that you can improve on before you are relationship ready. People who hire a matchmaker have usually kind of already done the work, as they say. They've worked through any past differences that they've had in the relationships. They've overcome any areas of weakness. They've dated around, they've loved, they've lost. They know exactly what they're looking for. And so that when you're hiring a matchmaker, we know who we're looking for, and we're not wasting their time setting them up with people who don't fit that role. As a dating coach, we are going to help you develop those areas if you need a little bit of extra attention, that part of things. So maybe you don't know what you're looking for, or maybe you've been dating in the past and it hasn't been working for you. Similar to kind of like a life coach, but specifically targeting areas in your love life. A love coach or dating coach, relationship coach, whatever you want to call it, we're going to help you develop the areas in your love life that you need to attract the person of your dreams. So maybe your confidence isn't where it used to be after your last relationship or even a marriage ended, or maybe you are someone who's been perpetually single for years and you find yourself never really getting past a first date, and you want someone who's going to kind of be your cheerleader and guide you in the right direction. These are scenarios where hiring a coach might be a better option for you rather than jumping into matchmaking. Basically, there's still a little bit of work that needs to be done, right? This route, working with a coach, does require you to invest in yourself as well as the service. So one of the biggest misconceptions is that, you can come to us, we're going to do all the work, and we're just going to make everything great for you. And that's not true. You're going to have to do some work along the way. You get out of it what you get into it is one of the things that I say a lot to a lot of my clients. So just keeping that in mind. Couple different scenarios with people that I have successfully worked with and coached in the past. One of my very first coaching clients was a woman in her mid-20s. She had been very focused on her schooling. She'd had multiple degrees. At her young age, she was already in a very successful career, making six figures. But one area where she was lacking and she wasn't very confident was her dating life. She'd never had a relationship, never dated, not in high school, not in college. She was always very focused on getting herself set up to have the career she wanted, that she kind of got to 26 and looked back and said, oh man, I don't know how to date. So that was why she decided to work with a coach. And we worked through a lot of different things. One of the biggest things that we had to work with her was teaching her how to kind of soften that alpha side a little bit. That got her very far in her career, but it wasn't attracting the right men. At least the ones that she wanted to be with. She was attracting a lot of men who really wanted a strong kind of mommy figure and tell them how to live their lives, and that wasn't what she was looking for. She was used to making all these decisions in her career, and she wanted a relationship where she could shut that part down and let him take the lead and let him make decisions and kind of be the traditional woman in a sense. So we worked with a lot of different things, and it took about 3 months, and she's been engaged for a while, and they should be getting married sometime this year. And we still keep in touch, which is something that's really cool about my coaching clients that I love, is that I talk to them a lot more than some of the matchmaking people who we we work with them, we find them the right people, and we don't hear from them as much. With the coaching side, I really develop a deeper relationship with the clients as well, which is my favorite part of it. Another kind of common scenario that we see with coaching was a man that I worked with who was in his early 30s and a little bit more on the introverted side. And he had never been that guy who was comfortable approaching women in bars or even on the dating apps. He just never was very aggressive and just didn't like that. So one thing we worked about is building up his confidence, but also finding ways to approach women that worked for him in a way that he was comfortable with, where he didn't feel like he was preying on them or being too aggressive. And so that was just kind of a fun way that worked out for him. Another one that we do a lot is dating after divorce. We work with people all the time who spent 20, 30 years married, and a lot of things have changed since they dated. Texting, and now we're dealing with video dating, long distance, all these different things. Kids are in the picture where they may not have been before. So the biggest thing that they like when they're doing coaching is just having an impartial person in their life to kind of be their cheerleader and talk things through and give them some solid advice. And the plus side to being a matchmaker and a dating coach is that I can see the feedback from your dates. A matchmaker is also a really good person to be a dating coach because we have a pool of people that we're going to be able to set you up with. Many of our clients choose to add on coaching to their matchmaking service, which is really great because we're using the real-time feedback to overcome any roadblocks that pop up along the way. One question that people will ask is, maybe I just want to do the coaching side of things as first and then do matchmaking, and I think that's great. Another question that people have asked us is, well, could a dating coach also be my matchmaker? They probably could to a certain extent, but the advantage to working with us at Midwest Matchmaking is that we are matchmakers as well. So we have a pool of people that we already know, that we're working with, and we can choose from to set you up on the dates, to get feedback, to actually have real world information to work with that we can say, okay, you know what, we need to work on your confidence, or maybe we need to talk about conversations we should be having on the third date as opposed to the first date, that kind of a thing. Let me see. So I would say if you are kind of straddling the fence and you're unsure about which route would be best for you, it's good to do kind of a step back and look at, well, what have I been doing? If you've been dating a lot and you haven't had a lot of success, or maybe you're struggling to get past the second date, third date, or even just having short-term relationships. I worked with one woman who she called herself the 3-month queen. So she had a lot of short-term relationships, but she never had anything past 3 months. So just kind of seeing what's standing in your way, what's keeping you from finding that long-term successful relationship that you're looking for. Coaching with your matchmaking is a really good combination, and it's really powerful in finding you the right relationship that you're looking for. We have really been highlighting our coaching side of things a lot more recently, and we are actually getting ready to add a few more options to our services that we haven't offered previously. One of them, in addition to the one-to-one coaching, which we've done for years, and that's where you literally are one-to-one with a matchmaker and dating coach, and we work through whatever we need to work through. We're also going to be offering workshops. We had originally planned to do those in person this year, and we are just looking at ways that we can still offer those in more of a virtual format, whether it be webinars, something along those lines. We are also looking at some online coaching courses, and another program that we've talked about a little bit, which is our winger package, which is where maybe you are not sure you want to work with a matchmaker yet and you're good with the online thing, but you want some assistance in that area. We can help you with that. We can revamp the profile for you, select the right pictures, and even help you with messaging and setting up the dates. So that was kind of it's our ringer package is what we call that. So that's another coaching option that we offer. So if any of this sounds interesting to you and you want to learn a bit more, you can message us here, or you can visit our website at midwestmatchmaking.com. You can give us a call at 402-991-4053. If you are ready to take charge of your love life instead of just waiting for it to happen, now is a really great time. We are seeing a lot of singles get active again and ready to start going on dates. So I would definitely not waste any more time doing the wrong things and give us a call so we can help you start doing the right things. Thanks for watching and have a nice afternoon.